Greetings, Golf Pro. I'm Kimberly DelVecchio, a physical therapist, not a marketer. So let me get straight to the point with this analogy. If the golfer is the race car, you are the driver, and I'm applying to be a key part of your pit crew. Let me explain. We both know the golf swing demands an incredible blend of mobility, stability, and control throughout the body. And not just any flexibility. We're talking rotational, transverse plane mobility and strength, which happens to be the least trained and most underdeveloped movement pattern in the body. We also know that a powerful, repeatable swing demands coordination between the feet, hips, pelvis, trunk, shoulders, and wrists. But limitations in just one area can throw everything off. If just one part is tight, weak, or stiff, the body compensates, and that's where things unravel. I'm not just talking about pain or injury, that's a given. I'm talking about the subtle physical limitations that disrupt mechanics, limit performance, and ultimately make your job as a coach harder. The mobility requirements for golf alone are crazy, right? We need a minimum of 40 degrees of hip internal rotation, over 90 degrees of shoulder external rotation, and at least 45 degrees in the T-spine, thoracic spine. Yet the nervous system runs the show, and it always prioritizes safety, favoring stability over mobility. So if it gets a hint of a threat, it slams on the proprioceptor brakes. And in Florida, with our aging population, these restrictions only compound. The two areas where we need the most rotation during the backswing and downswing are hip internal rotation and thoracic spine rotation. But guess what's first to shut down neurologically when the brain perceives instability or discomfort? Yep, the thoracic spine. That is also why it's the most hypomobile spinal segments in the general population, not just golfers. And guess what? Hip plane of motion we lose first to the aging process and arthritis. You got it, hip internal rotation. So now it's easy to see why low back pain is the number one issue that takes your clients away from their lessons in the game we all love. If the T-spine is on lockdown, and it usually is, it forces the motion above and below. That's the neck and low back to do its job. Now there's a physiological principle, Wolff's law, that states when bone is stressed abnormally, it grows new bone. That's bone spurs and osteoarthritis. The neck and low back joints were not designed to rotate or take the demands of the inhibited thoracic spine. It's why people, not just golfers, suffer most from cervical and lumbar arthritis. Same goes for the hip. Even in walking, simple walking, if the hip is limited in rotation, the low back and the knees pay the price. For sure in golf, if they're lacking hip internal rotation, the low back and knees are being strained. Not to mention, you'll have the various swing characteristics you're working to correct, like too much slide, sway, early extension, loss of posture, reverse spine angle, casting, scooping. The list of possibilities are endless. And that's just mentioning two physical restrictions. There are other usual suspects that my full body physical therapy evaluation coupled with the proven TPI golf screen will root out to correct. Let me give your players the gift of more mobility and the means to control it so you can gift them with their best swing and game possible. If there's injury or pain, I treat arthritis, soft tissue strains, joint inflammation using advanced manual therapy techniques, followed by corrective exercise tailored to your players' swing goals. And if the issue is stiffness or mild mobility loss, I'll provide a targeted home program that supports exactly what you are working on as their coach. Just a couple visits will do it. Together, we get your players swinging better, safer, and stronger. So I kind of can't believe I had to make a video, but I was told no one reads content anymore. But please do check out my website to see how my approach is different and why it works. Also, I offer some free classes for golf and fitness clubs that include movement screening, corrective exercise. So just give me a shout if you're interested or have any questions. Thanks for your time, and I look forward to working with you.